I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, they never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. As y'all can see, I got, my boy Carl. I'm going to bring up Carl in a second. I got to let y'all know what we're going to talk about today. We got a lot of football topics today. First off, the Eagles, man. I mean, Carl, I don't know if you saw that game, but the Eagles lose to the Chargers, and they got their third loss in a row. We had to react to that because that's uncommon for a Super Bowl champion. So we got to talk about that. Number two, I'm talking about the Eagles. The Commanders, they get shut out by your boy, J.J. McCarthy, 31-0 in Minnesota. We have to react to that. This is really your boy, Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward went head-to-head, and Shedeur Sanders throwing, but they took the L, they lost, but it was a controversy L. We're going to talk about both performances in that controversy situation. We got to talk about Phillip Rivers back in the NFL since COVID, 44 years old. To the Colts. And last but not least, as you can see, Carl wearing the Ravens gear. We got my brother Vaughn coming on, Steelers fan. Steelers got the dub. We got to react and recap that game. But as promised, I got my boy Carl with me. As y'all can see, Missy Get Done, son Tomo is not here. My boy David Dollar's not here. My boy CTC Carl had multiple episodes this week. Make sure you go check it out. He'll talk to y'all more about his podcast, his show later on in the show. But Carl, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. If you see me looking to my left, I think it looks like on the right on the computer. BYU playing Clemson right now. It's tied 17-17. So I'm paying attention. I'm listening. But, hey, man, the grind never stops, man. College basketball coming on. I got to be knowledgeable. So that's why I'm doing that. But, I mean, besides that, man, we got to get to some pain later on in the show. But let's get to it.
Let's get to it. All right. So look, like my boy Dave would say, Dave's not here right now, like I said, but it's Tuesday, and we about to have a great show because it was a great NFL weekend. So let's turn up one time.
Turn me up.
All right, y'all. So we are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and X and Twitch. So make sure y'all like this video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on X and Twitch, you can follow us at R2L Sports and share this episode with somebody, anybody, so they can watch this show live with you because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. Appreciate you, Daniel. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Appreciate you for being
yes,
on.
Sir.
All right. Shout out to my boy Big O. We here with the Cowboy logo. Hashtag Eagles choking. All right, we're going to get to the Eagles first. Last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. And Carl, let's get to it. I mean, just like he said, I'm not going to say the Eagles choking, but they doing something. All right. Like Tomo put in the banner right here, questions that need answers. The Eagles suffered their third loss in a row playing the Los Angeles Chargers in LA, Monday Night Football, while everybody's watching. We saw them against the Bears, and we were like, okay, they can fix it. We saw them against the Cowboys. Okay, they can fix it. And now we see them against the Chargers, and the offense look kind of similar as it been in the past. So, Carl, what is your reaction to the Eagles losing 3 in a row?
All right, before we talk about the Eagles losing 3 straight, I do want to talk about the game a little bit, and it just felt like neither team wanted to take advantage of the other's turnover. Because both teams, it was sloppy. Both teams were turning the ball over. I will say the defense played extraordinarily well for the Eagles and the Chargers, but the Eagles too, because the Eagles did a great job of speeding up Justin Herbert's clock, as you mentioned in the chat. He did a great job of speeding up his clock. It was times where I felt like Herbert could have just sat in that pocket a little bit longer and waited, but he took off because of his clock. And I mean, I can't really blame the guy for doing so. Offensively, they got some big plays. Some big plays weren't made on the offensive end as well, but some of those big plays that weren't made were not Jalen Hurts' fault. And I think ultimately, to sum up the 3 losses straight, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Could the psychology behind there not being being a division winner for 2 straight years in the NFC East get into the Eagles? We posed the question in 2023, and I know a lot of Eagles fans didn't want to believe it, but they choked the division in 2023. The Cowboys are, a game and a half behind the Eagles now. Eagles have lost 3 straight. I'm not saying that is the reason why they have 3 straight, but you have to pose the question when they lose 3 straight to the Bears, who they played pretty well 4 o'clock Sunday, for sure. You have to pose the question when they lose to the Chargers and when you blow a 21-point lead to put away the Cowboys. You had the chance to not make this a talking point by just holding on and with a 21-point lead. And unfortunately, you did not. So I just think you have to pose the question. Is it the psychology of y'all not having a repeat division champ in over 20 years?
Yeah, since 2000. It's crazy, right? But I'm agreeing with you with the recap of the game. Like, far as the Chargers side, first of all, we got Garrett Justin Herbert some props. He just had surgery last Monday. I mean, we talking about a week later, he's playing the game. When, for real, I think if division implications went on the line, he probably wouldn't play that game. They'll probably just sit him out and let him play the next game. It was times he was handing the ball off with the opposite hand because his hand is injured. And that was a talk the whole game with the commentators, like him falling on that hand and stuff like that. But he played, I feel like you said, like he had some turnovers. Like the Eagles defense, they played really good. And we talking about defense without Jalen Carter also. But we got to remember that the Chargers also have some offensive line issues. I mean, they've been injured on the line since we played them for real, since a long time ago. And ever since the O-line been hurt, it's been a problem. I mean, he got sacked 7 times, so the defense, like I said, from the Eagles did a job. I think the coverage was good too. I think I said in the chat, every time he throws the ball, I said the coverage got to be great because, I mean, it's like every time he's throwing the ball, it's a defender right there. That play by Cooper DeJean on McConkey, 2 plays. I gotta give Cooper DeJean some props, for that. But Herbert, what he did that was impactful was that in overtime, he made some plays with his legs. Overtime and that last drive to get the game winner, the game time field goal, he used his legs at times to extend the drive or to make a play. That read option they ran, that was perfectly called because they haven't ran that all game. And who'd have thought they were gonna let him run the ball? But I did think he ran into a couple of sacks too. Like he said, he sped up his clock. And now on the Eagles side of things, I felt like, the Eagles. I feel like when you look at Jalen Hurts' numbers, and you might say, or in the score, right? You might say, man, the offense trash today. In my opinion, I feel like the offense, they were moving the ball. Like, they were moving the ball more than I saw them move the ball against the Lions, more than I saw them move the ball against the Packers. And even I could say the Bears too, because the issue with the Eagles was just the turnovers and missed opportunities. A.J. Brown missed that first bomb that Jalen Hurts threw to him. That should have been the catch. He also missed the pass at the end of I think it was overtime or in the regulation.
Nah, you talking about the one over the middle when
not that one. That's the touchdown when dude grabbed his arm and then he smacked it.
Oh yeah, okay, in the corner, on the left sideline. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
that was the end of the regulation.
I think that was towards the end of the game. Yes.
Yeah, and then obviously the the one across the middle, you know what I mean? Like, yes, he could have caught it, but
I want to say I want to give AJ Brown some what's the word I want to look for? Some flack, I guess, for lack of a better term. He was protecting himself. That's a hospital ball. His ribs was fully exposed going high over the middle for that pass. If he would have to give his body up, and he's getting smacked if he tries to catch that. He protected himself, and it turns into an interception.
Yes, and me being a Commander fan, I mean, I just saw Zach Ertz. Literally, like almost the same thing. Like Zach Ertz going across the middle. He went for it high and got hit low, and now he has an ACL injury for the rest of this. He's out for the year, and probably his career probably done for real.
I was about to say he's old. Like ACL in week 14 for a guy his age, that might be over with.
He was very tearful. He's crying. He was very upset. So, we saw the flinch when AJ Brown went up. He kind of flinched. You know what I mean? So
protected himself. You knew it was coming.
So I get it. But the issues were the turnovers because Saquon Barkley had a game. I mean, when they consistently gave him the ball, he was moving the chains. He exploded for that one touchdown that the only touchdown he had. He exploded for that touchdown. The defense, defense played good. It was just a turnover. The turnovers killed them. That was Jalen Hurts' worst game. I'm not here to kill Jalen Hurts because, but he did play awful. I mean, he did make some throws that AJ could have made. But that happens because the Eagles went through first half of the season with no drops. So, that's going to happen. You're going to have times when your receiver's going to drop some passes because you're going to have times when they ain't dropping passes. When you lead, y'all the only team in the league with 0 drops. But the mistakes, all the interceptions he had besides the AJ one, even the AJ one, that could have been a better ball. Like the ball he threw at Devontae Smith in overtime, that was a dime. That was perfectly thrown. That's a pass we want to see. And that last pass he threw, it was crazy because it was 1st and 10. You just got a penalty that just broke the hearts of the Chargers, which I don't think it was. You said it first. Don't think it was offsides. But they called it. You get the automatic first, and then on 1st and 10, you decide to force that. I know he's kicking himself right now, and the offense got to be better because we talking about consecutive games in a row. We talking about dating back to the Giants game, the last time they had a complete good offensive game. Since then, they've been struggling offensively. They had a good first quarter against the Cowboys, first quarter and a half, but they got shut out after that. So the Eagles got, like Tomo said in the questions that need answers.
Yeah, and I also want to, because I didn't say it, but definitely shout out to Justin Herbert, man. Definitely soldier mentality. Wow, I didn't mean to say that. Anyway, definitely the heart of a soldier. I'm gonna just have to say it. For battling the play yesterday, for sure. I do want to say that last interception was unHurts like you said, 1st and 10. You have the field goal. You don't want to turn the ball over. You at least have a tie at the worst. At the best, 2nd down, you playing for a touchdown, but you force that, and I just feel like again that's unHurts and like you said, I know he's kicking himself for it. He got kind of confused. I'm pretty sure that was what a cover 2 look. Safety got off of Dallas Goedert. He was able to make a play on the ball. Not the safety, excuse me. The corner was able to get off of Dallas Goedert, made a play on the ball. And Tony Jefferson, which is not talked about enough, how he's been able to stay playing in the league. Comes up with a big play on Monday Night Football. Tony Jefferson was in the league, then he was out the league, and then he came back to the Ravens, and now he's on the Chargers, and he came up with the game-winning interception for the Chargers. So salute to him for that. But yeah, it's just unHurts interception there. I think some of the interceptions that he threw were unHurts the Deshaun Hand one. It was just a good defensive play. They dropped a D lineman. I think it was simulated pressure. They rushed the linebacker, dropped the D lineman. Shout out, he's from the DMV. So shout out Deshaun Hand. He made a good play on the ball. But ultimately, I do think them not being able to consistently run the ball is also hurting them. At times, you saw they were able to break big runs to the left. I believe they ran the same play twice and got 10+ yards with Saquon on the left side. Yeah. And I just think them not running the ball consistently is a huge issue with why they are also not looking as great as lately.
Yeah, they ran it. Saquon ran it 20 times. Jalen Hurts dropped back 40 times. He dropped back more than that. But 40 times.
Yeah, 40 attempts, yeah.
Yeah, and I do want to say, 'cause I said this in the chat. We got the NFL chat and all that stuff, and I mentioned in the chat, and I said that this is probably the worst game for any starting quarterback for any team in the chat. And I'm talking about real starting quarterback. We talking about like even Sam Howell. You know what I mean? Like Sam Howell was our starting quarterback one time. We talking like 21 for 40, 4 interceptions, and a fumble, and your team goes to OT, Carl.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like your team goes to OT, your defense play lights out. Saquon had a game. AJ Brown dropped some passes, but even he had a game too. So and the way you lose it, and then your defense comes out and get a stop, force a 50+ yard field goal, and then your man get an interception. So I thought that was crazy. All right. Yeah, same Carl. But let's move on though, man. We gotta talk about us. Carl. I mean, sorry, your game was on while my game was on, and I'm gonna take you behind the scenes for a second. All right. So I was so happy my guy was back. I'm like, big game. It's not a big game really, but two teams that's really out of playoff contention. But we on the road. This is known to be like a good defense. Very feisty, blitz a lot. He coming off an injury. They blitz a lot. They come to hurt Jaden Daniels. Got all the weapons back for the first time all year. First time we have everybody since week 1. And you know what I did? I got my tripod. I set it up in my living room, threw my jersey on. And I was like, I'm going to record my reactions because we're going to have a good game. I'm going to make a little mini clip of it. Man, after like the second drive, all right, end of the stream. Put the tripod up.
No.
Set it down. Because by the time we got our second drive, Carl, it was the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
It was end of the second quarter. That game was awful. That game was awful. Dan Quinn said it best. He said, we took a step forward our last 2 games against the Dolphins. We took a step forward. We lost. We took a step forward, right? In our play. Against the Broncos, we took another step forward. And we took 3 steps back against the Vikings. We are back to where we were when we lost to the Lions. We are back to that now. And this is where everybody. So, and then Jaden Daniels, man. I'm going to say a lot more on Jaden Daniels. We don't have Unfazed tonight. We got it on Wednesday. We have a direct question about Jaden Daniels on Unfazed. So I'm going to get more in detail on that show. But Jaden Daniels did not play good, man. I feel like even with his injury, you would think it'd be opposite. I feel like this year, he's been trusting his legs more than his arm. I feel like he's so quick to run the ball versus throwing the ball. There was one play, I'm not sure if you like in our game, right? It was a play where he fumbled, but they called it back because it was 12 men on the field. But on that play, he was trying to scramble, and he had a receiver wide open. And see like this, throw it. He didn't throw it. He keep trying to run it, and the receiver and then he ended up fumbling, and the receiver, try to go help, whatever. But then they called 12 men on the field. But right there is an example of, bro, just throw it. And that's one of the things that I don't like about Jaden Daniels, and I said this before, is that he does take some people. I hear the national media, and they praise him. He don't take too many hits. I'm like, yes, he does. He take hits that he don't need to be taking. They're not gruesome like Jackson Dart or nothing like that. But them little hits add up, man. You saw how little hit he had against the Vikings when he got hit going for the tackle and he just fell on his arm. Like he got to protect himself more. And Dan Quinn also said this when it comes to his injury. He said that he was good. He could have played. It was a stinger. Yeah, because that's the first time he probably fell on that arm since he got healthy. So it was a stinger, and he was healthy enough to play, but it was a coach's decision to not play on the rest of the game. That's what he said. Like, because there's no need because the game was out of hand, and he said JD5 was frustrated. So I won't be surprised if they play against the 4 division teams. Because we got 4 division games coming up. And one thing Dan Quinn said was, these 4 games are very important to the culture, how we end the season. And I know playing Jaden Daniels is probably a mistake. That's a question we're going to address on Friday. But it's probably a mistake because he just looked like he got hurt just falling down. And the question comes up is he really healthy? Because when I saw him fall down, my first thing was like, is he actually healthy? But then they said it was a stinger. But overall, the defense was horrible. It was bad. We made JJ McCarthy when they got the ball. It was a lot of third downs they were converting on. When we pinned them down to the 1 yard line, and they drove all the way downfield and scored, that was heartbreaking. And especially the drive before that, you get to first and goal, then you run on first down. Cool, you get a couple of yards. You get to the 1 yard line, and on second down, what do? You a trick play to Brandon Coleman. It doesn't work, and then you throw the ball again, and then on fourth down, it was a down. Debo should have called it, but it was a difficult catch. Should have caught it, but throwing the ball 3 times in a row on the 1 yard line is not smart at all, especially when you're running the ball very well. And that's the last thing I'm gonna say is when Jaden Daniels is in the game, Cliff drops him back too many times. But when Marcus Mariota is in the game, he likes to hand the ball off. We are the third best rushing team in the NFL, but yet you want to drop my man back a bunch of times. So I was disappointed. I was shocked, bewildered, flabbergasted, astonished, whatever word you want to say that I was shocked about, because I did not expect that route to be 31-0 like that.
Yeah, Joe. I'm not gonna lie. We even talked about this pregame, and I was like, man, I'm thinking about betting y'all. Thank God I didn't bet no teams. Oh, I did bet one, but we're gonna keep that a secret. We both talked like, man, yeah, the Commanders could actually win this game. So I was excited. I ain't gonna lie, it was on my full multi-view to start the 1 o'clock segment. But then the Vikings score, and I believe me and you did film study, take a little bit behind the curtain a little bit more on the first touchdown with Josh Oliver, where it wasn't really the scheme that gave up the touchdown. It was more so the execution that led to the Josh Oliver touchdown. But then you go, 8 minutes? Your first drive is 8.5 minutes, and you get nothing, down 7-0, and then you turn around and let them go 12 minutes and get a touchdown. That's not keys to success right there. That's 20 minutes of game time gone, and it's now 14-0 Vikings instead of maybe 7-14, which keeps you in striking distance with all that time going down. Not only do they win clock control, they win the scoreboard, and they get the field position, all that. They won all of that exchange. So that's not good. And then you start the second half with 2 interceptions. It's also not good. Then you lose JD because of injury, like you said. Now, granted, it was coach's decision, like you said, that he was out. But still, he's still the starting quarterback for a reason. So he's now gone. So it was just sloppy for the Commanders. I know very disappointing for Commanders fans. Yeah, I feel your pain there, especially because what my team did. So I definitely feel your pain. 31-0 is still crazy, though. But here's what I will say. One, I know a lot of people are giving the Commanders flack for playing JD in the first place. I don't. I mean, bro, you can get hurt anytime, anywhere, any place. Darren McFadden got hurt when he dropped his iPhone on the toilet and broke his elbow before the season 1 year. You can get hurt, God forbid. I don't want this to happen, but you can get hurt in an accident. You can get hurt slipping on ice in winter. You can get hurt anywhere. You can get hurt lifting weights in the offseason. And you can get hurt anywhere. So if you're playing him to avoid injury in the NFL, like during the game, I don't agree with that. And here's another reason why. Terry missed all of camp with his contract issues. Debo is new. You can use this time as a mini training camp to, while facing live bullets, get timing down, learn your receivers, go through plays you like, which ones you can go to in clutch situations or needed situations. You can do all of those things with live bullets right now because McLaurin signed an extension. Debo, I'm pretty sure, wants to be here. JD is your quarterback of the future. So you can get some type of timing. I'm blanking on the word I want to use, but chemistry. There you go. Yeah, you can get some chemistry with those guys in live rounds. So I'm not giving the Commanders flack for playing Jaden. I think it's actually a good thing. It betters the team for next season. Also, you signed a whole bunch of one-year free agents. You need to see who you're going to re-sign and who you're going to let walk. You can't do that if people don't play. So that's another thing there. And lastly, for anybody who says that JD doesn't take hits, that was his biggest knock coming out of LSU, was taking unnecessary hits. They had films of him not getting down, getting punished for not going down. So that's something that JD has always had to work on. So, but ultimately, it was just a unfortunate game, but I'm not going to criticize the Commanders for playing Jaden, and I don't criticize the Commanders if they play Jaden going forward if he's 100% healthy.
Yeah, and I think we will because Dan Quinn is very key on these last 4 division games. We got 4 straight division games: Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles. Like we got 4 straight, bro. So his mindset is like how we end this season. And then also I told Mark this off air. I said the narrative on the Commanders right now is ugly. It's like we trash, right? But we go 4-0 in these last division games, Carl. You know the whole narrative would change going into next season about how we perceive. You know, or even if we go 3-1, but every game is competitive. Like if we finish, even if we go 2-0, we beat the last 2 games, we beat the Cowboys and beat the Eagles. The narrative gonna be like, watch out for the Commanders next year. You know, watch out for them next year. Like they're gonna be competitive. They just had injuries, which is true. They had injuries. People will lean on that narrative, but if we go outside like we've been going out, bro, it's gonna be like, all right. Because I feel like good play, like you said, a lot of 1-year contracts. What about everybody else is watching us? Like a good play down the stretch can attract a free agent. Like
that's true.
I remember like the Lions. I remember the Lions. They started off bad, but they ended the season so good, and they knocked the Packers out the playoffs. And they were an attractive destination, and they were a team to look out for next year. Like, the Lions, man, the way they ended the season, that can be us going into next year, you know. And last thing I want to say is this: the defense, man. Did you know that the Vikings went 20+ possessions without scoring a touchdown coming into that game? That's crazy. And they scored on the first drive, like easy, boom, boom, boom. Cause that play we analyzed, that was the first drive.
Yeah,
that was the first touchdown. You know, so shout out to Frankie Lou not doing his job, like you said. You know what I mean, right? Bobby Wagner, you know, covering grass. Yeah. So it's a lot of things that happen in that play, but that just shows you it's not Dan Quinn. Like Dan Quinn had them guys in the right position. It's just that the execution was bad. You know, so it's a lot of work that needs to be had this all season. AP got a lot of work to do. Maybe we need to call Howie. I don't know, call somebody, get some advice, and go to work, my boy. Go to work.
Yeah, players got to make plays. I got 3 things to say before we move on. 1, JJ McCarthy is not my guy. I didn't clear that up for those who are new here. That's not my guy. He was trolling me before the segment started. 2, that film study was actually really fun to do, and it was very informative. So I enjoyed doing that. Just forgot to tell you that, but that was definitely fun. And dang, I might have forgot my 3rd. But just to piggyback on what you said about the Lions, they went 9-8 that year, and then turned around and went 13-3, I think, and had the best record in the NFC, and almost made the NFC Championship game. So momentum can carry. I mean, now, granted, you don't start from where you left off, but momentum can carry.
Yes, it can. And then they went 15-2 the next year with all the injuries. 15.
Oh, maybe that's the record. Then I messed up their record because I'm talking about the year that they went number 1 in the NFC.
Oh, no, the year after they went 9-8. They were a good. I think they.
Oh no, you're right. They were 13-4, lost to the 49ers. The 15-2 year, they lost to y'all.
Well, us. I ain't gonna forget that part. I hold that to my heart. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, let's talk about the next topic, man. We had 2 rookies ball out yesterday, 2 days ago, and it was good, man. It was very entertaining. It was in the snow. It was in Cleveland, and it's funny because going into the year, you know, before, like when they got drafted, we saw the schedule. Okay, we got Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders on this date. But then you had the controversy stuff with Shedeur Sanders. Like, will he even play when we get there? And sure enough, he was a starting quarterback going to this game, had a great performance, good one, but came up short and lost to Cam Ward, who also played pretty good also. So, Carl, what is your feedback, your recap when it came to Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders?
So I'm going to treat this like we used to do members only. I'm going to talk about the loser first and then the winner. So first of all, I would like to say that the Cleveland Browns did not lose because of Shedeur Sanders. I know people like to call quarterback stats, win-losses a quarterback stat. I'm not putting this loss solely on Shedeur. Now, does Shedeur carry some weight for that interception? Absolutely. But I want to talk about the game in general before I evaluate Shedeur. Very good game, very good back and forth. Cam Ward did have the higher degree of difficulty in said matchup because he went against the Browns defense as opposed to Shedeur going against the Titans defense. But it was a very good game. Big plays were made. Now on the Browns side of things, kind of let some plays go. Like I said, Shedeur had an interception. Dylan Sampson, costly fumble. that led to a Titans touchdown, just like Shedeur's interception. You had a punt get blocked that led to a field goal. Kevin Stefanski, man, I'm about to unload the clip. I'm sorry, Joe.
Okay, go ahead.
First thing, why do every time Shedeur and the offense get to the red zone, close to the goal line, you think it's the perfect time to call Wildcat? It is not. Stop. You didn't do that before Shedeur was the starter. Why are we doing it now? Secondly, why did you go for 2 the first time they scored? Here's my thing, right? Everybody keeps saying the numbers. Can we be human beings and have thoughts of our own? It makes no sense to cut the game to 8 points, to go for 2 with the higher possibility of missing said 2-point conversion, to then have to convert another one if you want to go to OT at best. I get if you convert, then you kick the extra point to win it, but who's to say you even get a chance to score a touchdown, 2, then again kick the extra point to win it, 1, and 2, you can still miss an extra point, but it is higher. It's highly unlikely that you get the 2-point conversion. So kick the extra point, and if you want to go for the win, then you can go for 2 in a 1-point game, or you can go to overtime, whatever you may choose. But at least you have control of your destiny at the end of that. Now, Stefanski, the 2-point conversion play to tie it for overtime, since you wanted to be the guy to go for 2 up 8. I don't care. First of all, I want to preface this by saying that the play would have worked if Judkins would have pitched the ball back. I think that they got the defense off balance. But I don't care. Nobody takes their starting quarterback off the field on the biggest play of the game. Nobody. But you continuously do it. And then when people say you are sabotaging Shedeur, which Shedeur's not going to say it because that's not his character. A lot of people will say it for him. And I applaud Shedeur for the way he's been responding to these interview questions, because they have not been the way people painted him to be in the draft process. He's actually been knocking those interview questions out the park. But nobody does this, and you continue to do it, and you continue to get burned for doing it. Why do you do it? This is why Cleveland wants you fired. Now, to Shedeur, he had to me, I give him an A. I would have gave him an A+, but that interception was bad, and I get it. He wanted to make a play, but he's going to learn. He's a rookie. He's going to learn that in that situation, throw the ball away. Just throw the ball away, live to see another down. I get it. He was kind of open. You got 2 guys barreling at you. You on your back foot throwing that. Just throw it away. It was somebody there. I think somebody around the flats to where you could throw it away and not get grounded. So I think he should have did that. But other than that, first touchdown was a dime to to David Njoku, Dag on there in double coverage. Then the second touchdown, Jerry Jeudy, dime. And what's so underrated about that throw to me is the ball led him upfield, and he doesn't break stride on that touchdown run. The tight end wheel to Harold Fanning down the right sideline, a dime. The touchdown to go down 2 points, a dime to Harold Fanning. Shedeur Sanders has great ball placement, like a lot of us said coming out the draft, and he has shown time and time again that he is an accurate quarterback. He was not a 5th-round pick, and I'm so glad that he's getting the opportunity to shine. Now, the way he got that opportunity, it sucks for Dylan Gabriel, but I am happy he is seizing the moment. Now, I will say the one slip-up that he had with the Raiders when he got cocky and was like, this all for 1 week of practice, imagine a whole offseason, whatever. I mean, he's allowed it. Jackson Dart over here, everybody call it swag when he be doing his little moments. Baker Mayfield, when he do it, it's swag. J.J. McCarthy after a couple of games, I'm 9. But when Shedeur does it, it's an issue. Come on now. My man literally called himself 9 and proceeded to have 10 picks, 6 touchdowns. He had over 9 interceptions when he called himself 9. Stop it. Now, Shedeur, I give him an A. Cam Ward, solid performance. I give him a B+ because of the degree of difficulty in which he had to going against Myles Garrett in that Cleveland Browns defense. The one pick he threw, I just think it was a great defensive play call by Jim Schwartz. He blitzed the defense's right side, the offense's left. Devin Bush zone was to replace said blitzer, and he just got into the hook zone right in front of that slant, and he made a play. It was a great play call by Jim Schwartz and the Cleveland Browns. Sometimes, hey, man, defensive players get paid too. Now, Cam Ward, he had some throws for sure. He had Alec Ailmanor on the little shallow cross, and then he took it upfield for the touchdown on his first one. Great, good pass there. He's open. Good pass, Cam. Some of his yards came from screens, but hey, who doesn't get screen yardage? Tony Pollard had a phenomenal game for the Titans. He had 2 long runs, a 60 plus yard touchdown run, and then the inside zone offset Shedeur interception that went for 32. So he had a good game. Tajay Spears had a good game. His first touch in the screen, he took it for some yards. Chimere DK didn't have the game he normally has in special teams, but he had a great first return. So overall, I give Cam Ward a B+. He made some throws when he needed to be made. He made some smart decisions. He had a play, which doesn't go on the stat sheet, on 2nd and 3, where he rolled to his right, was able to get off a clear sack on a blitz and throw the ball away. It doesn't go in the stats, but it was a heck of a play. So,
man play.
Yes. So overall, I give both of these quarterbacks great grades. A for Shedeur, B+ for Cam, just off the degree of difficulty alone, and him still performing well. And my last sentiment on Cam Ward is, man, he might need a new receiving core. I remember that Broncos game. Them receivers were selling him that game. I know everybody is like, or Xavier Restrepo so slow. Man, give him some reps. He got chemistry with Cam. Let's see what Restrepo can do out there. So that's my thoughts on both Shedeur and Cam.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I'm gonna give Cam a B-, but I'm gonna give Shedeur like a B+. You got a turnover, I can't give you an A. You know what I mean? But I'll give him a B+ though. And to start with Cam Ward, I feel like Cam Ward he's such a smart quarterback to me. When I watch him, like you said, the degree of difficulty. We're about the Browns. Like the Browns arguably have the best defense in the league. Arguably. I see the score is 29-31. They scored 31, but they got 17 points off turnovers. Like, you know what I mean? And Tony Pollard has had them 2 big runs. But his execution, his communication pre-snap is really advanced for a rookie. Like when I watch him, I see the communication he's having. He talks a lot more than your average rookie pre-snap. A lot of rookies pre-snap is listening to the offensive coordinator. But you can see him, he's literally directing, like, he's moving people around, stuff like that. So I want to give a shout out to him. He made some good throws too. The interception he threw, I know he wants that back. It wasn't a good throw, but it was a good play also by the defense. So that's that. Like I said, Tony Pollard, a good game. Shedeur Sanders, I know I came in here and said after his first start, when he said that comment and said, like, it's only, and I said, I don't even think he played good that game. I said, I don't think he played good. And the question was, did he earn the starting position based on his play? And I said, no. Based on his play, no. But I must say, even the last 2 games that he lost, he played good. He played good against the 49ers, in my playing opinion. I feel like he got better. And then this game, he got way better. I feel like this game, he like unleashed. He threw some dimes this game. Like that first touchdown, I was like, oh, like that was a beautiful throw. Beautiful throw. Like he wasn't, I mean, like in the past, he wasn't holding the ball and taking negative plays like he would like in the preseason, or we saw it like in those first, even in the 49ers game, he did that a couple of times. But this game, he didn't really do that a lot. They did drop him back a lot, which I like. They gave him a lot of opportunities to make plays. He had 42 attempts. You know what I mean? That's a lot, But like you said, his first start, when he threw that long pass and they caught it, what they do the very next play? They ran Wildcat. They ran Wildcat. So I wasn't on that train at first. I was like, kind of like, did I think he was purposely sabotaging him? No. But did I think he wanted him? No. Because I tell y'all, I think the owner stepped in and said, draft Shedeur. But it does definitely look like he's being sabotaged, Carl. Like when I watch the game, like it's like he don't want this dude, like you said, we talking on the phone, like he don't want this dude to get touchdown stats. Like every time they get close, like it's like Saquon getting stopped at the 1-yard line and Jalen Hurts comes in for the touch push. That's what it felt like. That I understand. That's like a guaranteed touchdown. This I don't understand. Like they did it, like you said, they did it again this game. Like they got them all the way down on that wheel route, and then he gets down there, and then what happens? Wow, I don't think it was a wheel route.
It wasn't a wheel route. The wheel route, I think, resulted in like a punt or something. But I know what you're talking about. They got down there one time off a Gage Labradine bomb, which was a dime too. I think that's the one you're talking about, the Gage Labradine one.
Yeah,
I think that's the one you're talking about.
Or
are you talking about the screen pass to Judkins? No, because that led to the
injury. I'm talking about that.
Yeah.
No. The screen play of the Junkins is just
Yep.
a one.
That's the one on the right sideline. He ran up.
And he got stopped like on the
Yep.
2-yard line. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank God Jerry Jeudy scored, because if he didn't score, Shedeur wouldn't get that touchdown. You know, so Shedeur played well though. He played good, and like you said, I like what you said too. You mentioned this that nobody's really talking about. All the stuff they said about his interviews leading up to the draft. He's been knocking these interviews out the park, like you said. Now, maybe he did talk crazy and he learned from it. I don't know, but all I know is what we hear and what we see. He's been a saint. Like it's so many times they try to throw try to get him to throw Stefanski under the bus, and he won't do it. He won't do it. He'll continue to praise him. He'll continue to say this. Even Dylan Gabriel. It was times when, they'll try to put them together. Like, remember Dylan Gabriel said something in the preseason? He made a comment, and they asked Shedeur about it.
Oh, yeah.
Shedeur was stopped them in their tracks, like, yo, y'all trying to, like, make conflict. So he's been very mature. His play, he's backing up his play because he's definitely the best quarterback on that roster. And that's including Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson better not be starting again on that team. But shout out to Shedeur Sanders for relishing in the moment. He got his opportunity. Because this is why I say everybody can say, I'm like, bro, when he gets his opportunity, he will show it. Like he got his opportunity to show it, and he got his opportunity, and he showed it. And look what happens, bro. Like, I ain't trying to get, bro, God works mysterious ways, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like,
I agree.
I'm telling you, bro, like, all this sabotaging and all that stuff, and he does get Lord all his praises in his press conference and all that stuff. And then, I mean, Dylan Gabriel gets hurt. First, Joe Flacco gets traded. Then Dylan Gabriel gets hurt. And then you gotta start Shedeur now. Shedeur gets an opportunity, and he plays good. So now you gotta stick with him. So shout out to him, man. Shout out.
You know what's crazy? My fault. Go ahead.
And lastly, and then with all this Wildcat stuff, the touchdowns he's throwing are dimes. Like he throwing dimes. Like he tried to run a Wildcat, it didn't work. They put the ball in his hands and he threw a dime. What touchdown?
Dude, David Njoku open. And Njoku was not open. He threw him open.
That was a dime on the left side of the field too.
Yep, threw him open.
What I
wanted to say was, if y'all remember when that happened, they tried to throw Bailey Zappi in the mix. Like he was supposed to start, and Shedeur was going to back up Zappi. Yes. That's crazy.
Yes.
So, like you said, man, I agree, man. By the grace of God, man, he got his opportunity. And I kind of don't want to say that because it makes it seem like I was like plotting on Gabriel. That's not what I mean by that.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like you said, God works in mysterious ways. He got an opportunity. Unfortunate, again, how he got it. And he's been performing. Now, the week before, they played the 49ers, and he didn't look as good. He missed a couple throws, but that's going to happen. He's a rookie. But he got his opportunity to do this week again, and now he's the permanent starter for the rest of the season, which, to be honest, you could have probably came to that conclusion a little earlier if you played him. So
he could have been better.
Yeah,
and they would have been in the thick of things with the division, maybe. The division is not.
Chill.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You're not wrong, but yeah.
We're going to get to the division, but before we get to the division, we got to talk about, oh my goodness, Phillip Rivers. I mean, we talking about a 44-year-old. The last time I watched Phillip Rivers play was the year Brady won a Super Bowl. Like, with the Buccaneers during the COVID season. Come on now. And he played with the Colts. Now, there's some history between him and Steichen. They he was his quarterback coach for a long time. And then he went to go coach high school football and been running Steichen's system. That's what they've been saying, right? So he's been running his system in high school football, and he's been killing too in high school football as a coach. So, Carl, he didn't get signed to the actual roster, but he is on the practice squad. And those are steps you got to take, obviously. Mm-hmm. He on the practice squad. What is your reaction to the Colts signing Phillip Rivers?
Desperation, man. It's desperation. Now, I get it. Like, you need a quarterback, but it got to be somebody else out there. And also, I get it. He might got some familiarity with what Shane Steichen is doing, but I feel like you could come up with a game plan that's somewhat vanilla with a new quarterback to where you can ultimately prosper with. It's some things in football that no matter who you are still the same. Now, verbiage and terminology might be different, but it's still the same concept. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you can get a guy who's relatively young, or I mean, a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, I might even go Nathan Peterman. I'm sorry, he's 44. Like, and he hasn't thrown a football in 5 years. So what am I about to expect? Now teams are definitely about to stack the box and force Phillip Rivers to beat me. And we don't even know how far he can throw a football, his arm strength, the zip. We don't know any of those things. So I think it was a desperate move. I don't think it was the right move. I feel like there's a lot of young guys that deserve a shot. Let's see what they could do. There's probably some guys on a practice squad somewhere that you could sign away. It has to be better opportunities or better things that they could have done besides signing a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers who hasn't thrown a ball in 5 years. So I just think it was a desperate move. I don't think it's the right move, but time to tell. And I get it too that they're super desperate to the point where Tyler Warren was a backup quarterback, which he did play quarterback in high school. He did run a little quarterback at Penn State, mainly just like some wildcat stuff, but he did do it. And I did mention it in his pre-draft. But you obviously want Tyler Warren as a receiving threat. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Yeah, man. It sucks that Anthony Richardson is on the IR because this could have been his moment, But I don't get it either because it's not just about can he throw the ball more, can he throw the ball far, can he do this, can he take a hit? Let's start there. Like, Carl, do you know who they play next?
The Texans, right?
They play Seattle.
Either
one, even if it was the Texans. I mean, crazy. He played Seattle next. Come on, man. There's no way they going to start this dude against Seattle, bro. They can't. I mean, that's going to be dangerous. And I get it. Familiarity, whatever, I can't even say the word. With the offensive coordinator, with the play calling, with the playbook on that stuff. He knows the offense. There's not a lot of things you got to learn being there. But playing the game actually matters. And he hasn't played NFL football since 2020. So that's tough. And guys are getting faster and stronger every single year. That's why you see guys like Deshaun Watson. He takes all 2 years basically, and he comes back and he can't even catch up because, I mean, the game is getting faster and stronger. That's why, I'm taking the basketball. That's why I commend Jordan for leaving and coming back. You leave and come back and you still maintain your greatness. That's crazy because everybody's getting faster and stronger. They're a step ahead of you. You don't really see that a lot. People leave and come back and still do great. You don't see that a lot. But I'm trying to think, like, far as free agent QBs, who's out there that he can get because too late in the season, you can't trade for nobody. But I know you
probably sign somebody off a practice squad.
I'm about to say that. You can sign somebody over. Shoot, hit up Bailey Zappi, but sign somebody that's better than Phillip Rivers for real. Like you just need to be. You got Jonathan Taylor, and then Sauce Gardner is out. I think he's still out with an injury. They just nicked up, man. They just traded for him. And then it's crazy what sucks about this. Daniel Jones is out for the year, right? And he's going to be out next year probably. Mm-hmm. Then they don't have a first round pick. They gave it up for Sauce.
It's for Sauce, yup. Which I'm gonna be fair. I know a lot of people are high on Mendoza. One, he's a junior. He doesn't have to come out this year. Secondly, I'm not that high on Mendoza in the first round. I'm not high on anybody in the first round at the quarterback this year, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. What's his name? Goose Meyer was supposed to be that guy, but LSU just
Oh, Garrett Nussmeier. I was wondering what you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's Goose Meyer, Garrett Nussmeier. That's what his name is. And everybody's high on Arch Manning, but you know how that went. And he's
a junior too, so he's coming back for sure.
Anyway. Yeah, he won't come out anyway.
But I'm looking at the depth chart. They have Brett Rypien. I mean, maybe like Demetrius in the comments, maybe to coach up Brett Rypien, but I mean, you got coaching staff for that. So that's kind of a waste of a pick there. And I don't think you have to sign him as a player to do that as well. People come and concierge and give advice all the time. Like, what's his face? He had DC for the Eagles now. I'm blanking on his name. Vic Fangio. He did it, I think. They said Bill Belichick was going around the league and doing it before he became the coach in North Carolina. So I don't think you have to sign him as a player to do that. So I'm lost. I feel like Brett Rypien is a quarterback who's been a backup since he's left Boise State. He could have been – I would trust him over Phillip Rivers. No offense, but this ain't Phillip Rivers of the Chargers. This ain't Phillip Rivers of 6, 7, 10 years ago. This is a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers who hasn't played. So, like I said, no knock to him. But like you said too, can you take a hit? You're going against Mike McDonald. He's going to blitz the mess out of you if you play. You're going to get hurt. All this is just a fill-in for him to get hurt.
Yeah, bro. This is scary. This is
Yes.
scary. And Dimitri, shout out to Dimitri, he said they may use him for his knowledge and try to get their 14 trained up.
14. I mean, I think he made this 4th string. That's what I was saying. Like you don't have to sign him to do that.
But he on a practice squad too. I was thinking that too. Like maybe he would be like an extended coach. But why would they need that?
That's what you got to coach.
So, yeah, I was thinking about that also. But like you said, I'm not sure you said on the show yet, but desperation. You mentioned that in the chat. This is desperation, So, Phillip Rivers going to the Super Bowl.
He couldn't even do that when he was good.
He couldn't it's crazy because if this would have happened sooner, they could have traded for Joe Milton from the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I know you don't like him for real, but it's guys you could have traded for.
I'd take that over Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, bro. It's ridiculous, man. I'm trying to think who. I
think Cooper Rush is currently on our practice squad. You could have probably signed him away.
Cooper Rush,
it's something they could have did.
Yeah,
because I feel like Cooper Rush would fit them more than he fits us.
Yeah, man. Like this is terrible. Like I don't get what. I don't know, man. I like when I saw the news, I'm like, yeah, right. It's like some Tim Tebow going to Jacksonville type stuff, and maybe it still is, because he never made an active roster, and I don't know I don't know, bro. The man is 44 years old. He hasn't played NFL football. It's not the NBA when you can just come back and play. Bro, this is the NFL. Dude's getting hit like crazy.
Physical.
It's a physical game, bro. Like we were worried about could he take a hit back then. Like he was old back then to me. Like back then in 2020, he was basically non-mobile. He couldn't do nothing. He was a statue. And now, 5 years later.
And then you leave yourself open to the question of what if he gets hurt? Because it's more likely that he gets hurt than Brett Ripon.
Facts. You're right, though. That's what I'm saying. Them 10 kids keep him young, he'll be good. He probably need that attack.
Ain't enough youth in the world with 10 kids and 44 playing football. Pro football.
Yeah, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Now we're gonna call the audible. Javon said he got into emergency. He's not gonna be able to make it today.
Oh, I don't want to do it without him here. I want to give him
his
moment. So if we could pull an audible and move this to Friday, I'm cool with that.
All right, we could pull an audible and we could talk about some other stuff. All right. Since we talking about Phillip Rivers, let's talk about the Colts and the Colts period with Daniel Jones. Like they whole situation. I had my boy, the Colts fan. He hit me up privately and he was like, "Season is over."
Nah. Time out. I'm sorry. I have to cut you off. The way he was talking, he can't hit you privately and say that. The way he was talking, you gotta hit him back and say he gotta say this publicly.
I gotta comment. He's in the chat too, so I'm like, yeah, put that in the chat because I'm
gonna give him a little grace because I didn't know he was there and I don't want to seem front runnerish. So I'm giving him the grace this season, but I need him. The way he was talking, spicy.
Yeah, Daniel Jones out for the year. But that's different though, Carl. Like they thought the quarterback is out. Like
I understand that, but that's not the reason why their season was going down the drain. They lost 3 of their last 4 before he got hurt. Now this was the 4th one, but they started losing games because teams started taking away Jonathan Taylor. Like I've been saying, Jonathan Taylor was the MVP. It was never Indiana Jones. It was Jonathan Taylor. You take him away. That is the key to success. That's how the Steelers beat the Colts. They took Jonathan Taylor away. Daniel Jones had his worst game this year.
Yeah. Now, facts. Like I look at they 3 to 4 games they lost, whatever. Jonathan Taylor, those 3 games they lost, he wasn't good at it. They barely gave him the ball. But when the one game he won, he had over 200 yards. Right? Remember that game in the morning we watched?
He saved them.
Yeah. He almost 200 yards. You're right. Remember, Daniel Jones didn't even play with that game. We got a super chat.
Can I read this and respond?
Go ahead.
Shout out to Dimitri for the $4.99. He said, "You getting saved, Carl. Steelers winning the division and going to the bowl." First of all, before I address the first part, You know, y'all not even winning a playoff game if y'all make it. So let's just start there. Second of all, you do know I just unsaved myself by moving the topic to Friday so he can be here, right? You know, this is my idea. I could have just said, "Oh, you're not here. Well, let's talk about it." And then I'm like, "Whew, I dodged the bullet." No, I want him to have his moment. It was my call to move this to Friday so he can be here. I literally threw myself back in the boiling water.
Shout out to Dimitri with the super chat, and shout out to the Steelers for winning that game. You know, we're not gonna talk about it, but they
I'm
won.
not shouting them out for that.
You know, they definitely won. You know, I picked them to win too. I said I had a feeling they were gonna win this game, and they won. So shut up.
I ain't pick them to win, but I did bet them to keep it close.
But
I tell the truth, bro. I tell the truth. I bet the Steelers plus 3.5 before the game started, bro. It was plus money. I said, forget it.
And you then, almost got it though.
They won. Sorry, I did get it. Oh yeah, I was about to say it. So when the Ravens scored, then I'm not talking about the game. I'm just talking about the bet. When the Ravens potentially scored that touchdown, I was like, oh, bet I can hit this plus 3.5 and the Ravens win. That's the best of both worlds. And so the fact that we lost, I was like, damn, at least I want some money to help with the pain, which it really didn't help. Like I was still pissed off, but I thought I got the best of both worlds for a second.
All right, so we're gonna shift gears. All right, and let's talk about the Chiefs.
Okay,
that was a big game right there. The Chiefs, Mahomes and the Chiefs lost to the Texans. Rematch of the playoffs in the second round, and they talk about that. The Texans defense talked about getting their get back, and they got their get back on the same field in Kansas City. So, Carl, like the people are talking, like the Chiefs lost their or. Do you think they're out the playoffs? Like, do you want to talk about the game? Let's kick us off on this one.
So, as y'all know, I'm probably the biggest Mahomes fan in the chat.
Yeah.
Chiefs are cooked. They're cooked. And it's honestly this why. One, I think Kelsey suffered from not leaving the game before the game leaves you because he's not looking like himself. He has moments, he has flashes, and I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say this at all. Like, shout out to you for the career you had for sure, but you're just not playing to the level that we've accustomed to see you playing. Secondly, them going for it on that 4th and 2, I believe, at their own 30, shows me that they are panicked. That's why they did that. They are panicked, and they did it because Andy Reid is smarter than that. Mahomes is smarter than that. Normally, if they were, let's say 12 and okay, I don't think they play 12 games yet. Let's just say they're like 10-3. They easily punt that ball. But at 6-6, they know we need this game, and they got too desperate, went for it, and honestly blew the game. Yeah. So yeah, that also led to a sign to me like they're cooked. They can't win the division. The division is gone. They have to get into the wild card, and I don't know how. I've read it. It said we got a better conference record than them. But they beat us head to head, but we still own the tiebreaker over them, which makes no sense to me. But I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. But yeah, so they're behind us. They're in the 10th spot. It's just, man, I think they're cooked. They can't get in through. At least we can still get in through the division route. They have to get in straight wild card. And unless the Colts fall off a cliff, which this Phillip Rivers signing might do that, it's looking about over.
Forget the Phillip Rivers signing, period. It's looking like they're going to fall off. Anytime you have the same record as the Dolphins, you are cooked. Sorry.
Hey, we're not cooked yet, bro. The Steelers only 7-6. Hey, y'all not cooked either. Yeah, I need y'all this weekend, matter of fact. So while you're talking, we need to have the same record again this next Monday. Y'all need to go 7-7 beating the Steelers, and we need to beat the Bengals to go 7-7. We all need to be 7-7.
Hey, shout out to Neil. He said Steelers getting blown out by the Jags in the playoffs. Lawrence throws 2 interceptions, by the way. Like that sounds about like.
No, that sounds about wrong. Don't say about right. I don't got the Steelers making playoff. Hey, brother, can't agree with that. Can't agree there.
But I'm with you, Carl. That was the game, Carl. In the second half, the Chiefs were shutting them down. 3 and out. They punt the ball 5 possessions in a row. And the last possession was an interception, belongs to an interception. And they punted out they didn't go 3 and out, but they punted it. But they went 3 and out 4 out of the 5 times. And then you get the ball on your own territory and you go for it when your defense is balling. Like, that's crazy, bro. And then you put them in field position. And then what happens? They get a touchdown after that. They don't get a field goal, they get a touchdown. So, and once they got that touchdown, it was a tie ball game. Just trust your defense. Andy Reid, that was Andy Reid's mistake. And then, like you said, Mahomes know better. Mahomes, like you always say about Josh, I like that you said that, Carl. You keep it real. You always say Josh Allen can tell the coach, we need to run the ball more. Well, Mahomes should have said, yo, let's not go for it. Let's trust the defense and let's go that way. We just need one play. That's it. Just let the defense rock, and we got it. Because they couldn't do nothing, the Texans, bro. Like, that defense was on top of them. But, and also, the drops, man. I get it. Mahomes had, like, those 2 interceptions. The third one was on Kelsey.
Shough. Yeah.
But first, Kareem Hunt on third down. Easy pitch and catch. Drop. Rashee Rice. I was shocked when this happened. Pitch and catch. Drop. And then Kelsey, bro, I'm not even surprised with this one because he did this already against the Eagles.
Facts.
Right in his hands. It's like the drops he be having, bro, it be like, here you go. It's like the ball touches his hands and he just pass it to the defender. That's how it be looking. It literally bounced off his hands. And I'm with you. Kelsey is not the same. Not the same. I was doing a reel with the Chiefs, right, on TikTok. And I put hashtag Patrick Mahomes and hashtag Travis Kelsey. Travis Kelsey had a higher number than Mahomes. He bigger than Mahomes now.
Oof. You know what it is.
I know what it is.
You know.
So, I mean, either he too old or he not locked in. It's one of the two. And I know he's not going to say he not locked in. So you too old.
He's too old. Because the whole reason why he came back is because he wanted to lock in. He couldn't go out like that. But
like, come on, man. Like I literally felt bad for Mahomes at the end of that game, bro. I kind of did. Like he threw it to Rashee Rice on 4th down and he dropped it. And then he throws it to Travis Kelsey. He dropped like, dang, back to back. Because they went for it, but that should have been a catch. That should have been a catch. Should have been executed. But like you said, them going for it, like right there, it really was like, yo, desperate. But I want to get a Texans a shout out, though.
Facts.
That defense, let me say this, because some people haven't been watching the Texans. You weren't knowing, but the last R2R show or last Unfazed show, me and AJ, we both said we rolling with the Texans to win this division because of defense. We said the defense is outstanding.
Yeah.
You know. So, but I feel like to the world, that was their like, we here. Like, if you didn't know, you know now. Tight deal. I mean, the hits they were making, the plays they were making, they were so physical, man. And you can tell, like the tide was turning. Not saying like the Texans are going to be better than the Chiefs in the future or stuff, but you could tell like this season, you could see like that defense feel like, yo, we should have won last year, and we're gonna make sure we make a statement in this game, and they did. So I know you want to add on to that too. So go ahead.
Nah, man. You're 100% correct. This Texas defense is serious. Now I do want to say that I was ahead of the curve with Derek Stingley. I had Derek Stingley above Sauce Gardner in that draft. So I do want to say that. And you know, my guy Jalen Petrie.
Yeah,
that's been my guy since day one. Man, laid Rashee Rice out, and Chiefs fans was complaining about dirty hit or illegal hit. No, that was clean football. Clean football. Jalen Petre's been balling. Shout out Kamari Lassiter, man, from Georgia. He's stepped up, making big plays. He's a young guy. I think he's the second-year player there. Just the defense just flies around. Will Anderson gets after the quarterback. Daniil Hunter, again, I felt like was such an underrated signing. He gets after the quarterback. And a lot of people were kind of confused because they lost Jonathan Grenard, who was like the leading the sack before he went to the Vikings. But like Daniil Hunter is still got it, man. And he shows that's just a defense that just flies around, makes plays, it's fast to the football, ball hawks in the secondary. Just a great defense. And again, I do agree with you. That was like the statement game. Like, man, look, we going to show y'all why we should have won that game last year. If I remember correctly, it was a controversial call that kind of saved the Chiefs. I think it was a controversial like elite, like he hit the quarterback lay out of bounds or something like that.
It was it was either that or a sportsman.
It was something related to Mahomes. That was like a controversial call that kept a Chiefs drive alive. So I do think that was in they back pocket. They was thinking about that, and they had an extra game. But I do want to say this though, CJ Stroud is looking a little inaccurate.
Man, what?
He's missing throws.
I know, He had a touchdown.
Yeah, he's missing some throws, man. I know. Even the Nico Collins one, that should have been a touchdown. He shorted the throw, and Nico had to stop to get the ball, and they led to a Texans field goal, I believe. That Nico Collins throwing the money, that's a touchdown. So yeah, CJ gotta pick up his play. I will say that.
It's crazy because he made a play on third. It was a big third down, and he rolled out to the right, and he threw in a tight window throw, and he made a play. And I was like, okay, like as bad as CJ been playing all year, this is prime. You know how the narrative goes. It's prime time, everybody watching. You make a few plays. Look at JJ McCarthy, week 1. He was terrible. He made some plays in the fourth quarter. It was, oh my gosh, JJ McCarthy.
God.
So
like the first 3 quarters ain't exist.
So exactly. So I was telling myself when CJ made that play, he rolled out to the right and he threw that down. I'm like, okay, CJ, this is your moment. And then right after that, he had an wide open touchdown, and he overthrew the receiver. I forgot who it was when he did like a post route.
I think it was was that Jaden Higgins?
I don't know. I'm not sure who it was, but he missed him wide open. Though.
Might have been
like he had his man beat and he missed him. It was a touchdown. It was on third down. It was on third down. So that's that. I do want to ask you. I'm not sure if you caught it. Have you been watching? Have you watched the Tyler show?
Who show?
Show. I'm from the Saints.
Oh, Tyler Shough. A little bit, not too crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I have watched a little of Devin Neal as well, who's been stepping up for Alvin Kamara. He's been running the football pretty well.
Yeah, he has.
Running back out of Kansas, excuse me. But I have seen some players. I have seen Tyler. I've watched some throws. He has been balling. He's actually showing the good Tyler Shough, as opposed to the Tyler Shough that can get rattled and throw terrible interceptions. So I will give him credit. He has been playing well. From the little I have saw. He's always had an arm, even at Oregon, even at Texas Tech. Louisville as well, but he just had sometimes issues where, like, under pressure, he might make a bonehead decision. But
I feel like this game under pressure, he was good against the Bucks. Under pressure, he didn't have an overall great game. I'm not gonna say that. I do think he's been playing good though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think he's been playing better than what I expected.
For surely, I 100% agree. I thought he might be like a rookie that might have like a high interception rate.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't gonna be a rookie long. Like I thought like he wasn't gonna play a lot. Like for real, when he got drafted, I was like, what? You know, so
I still feel the same way. I still feel like it should have been Shedeur, but he has been playing.
I feel you. He has been. He started off bad, and he's been progressing. And in this game in particular, down the stretch, he was good.
Matter of fact, the Panthers game is the game I watched when he threw that dime to Chris Olave, I believe, on the right sideline. He had a play over the middle, I believe, was it Vele? Or I believe I did watch. Yeah, I do remember the Panthers game somewhat too, because I remember watching that one as well. So yeah, he's definitely. Because I think I even came to the chat like Tyler Shough is actually playing good. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, they won too.
Yeah,
they beat the Panthers. They played again too. Speaking of the Panthers, man, this division is division's open. The Bucks might lose the division. The Panthers got that huge win. The Panthers are so confused. At home, I feel like they're good. Because at home, they shut out the Falcons. They good at home. But away, they be different. Like, they play the 49ers. They look terrible. Then they turn around and play the Rams, and they going back and forth with the Rams.
Man, they won that game.
Yeah, they won. It was crazy.
Can I take you behind the curtain real quick?
Okay.
So my brother, my younger brother, not my youngest, he's a Rams fan. So it was Thanksgiving weekend, the weekend after Thanksgiving when they played. So we all watched the Ravens game on Thanksgiving Day. And, you know, I'm getting trolled by my youngest brother. My dad did. He trolling me because I always troll him about Jordan Love and all that. So I'm getting trolled crazy while the Ravens are playing terrible. So Sunday afternoon comes, and I'm in my room. I'm putting in parlays. I'm watching some college football, catching up on games I might have missed for my show. And in comes my younger brother. Oh, I was just making sure you got some pen and paper. I'm like, for what? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good for my show. He's like, nah, because you know the Rams about to play. I need you to take your notes. So I'm like, bruh, I ain't even got no smoke with the Rams, but now y'all better not lose. So then me and my mother talking about to come down the stairs to watch the game. He's like, hey, y'all need to hurry up, you know, get y'all pregame notes before the game so y'all can learn. Because the Lions lost on Thanksgiving too. My mother's a Lions fan. So he talking trash to both of us. Hey, y'all get y'all notes, man. Make sure y'all, take notes about how it is to win it, blah, blah, blah. And for them to lose, he was sick. He was sick. I was like, man, hey, look, man, I don't think I was supposed to take notes on this. Like, what happened? Like, I don't think my notes is right. And I'm talking crazy to him. So That one felt good because I had no smoke with him. Like, you know how I feel about Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. So, and before we get off, I do want to get your thoughts on this. You know, you know what? Let's talk about this too. The Bears and Packers.
Okay.
Let's talk about
that was a good game.
Yeah, let's talk about Noah quick. So we had, and then out here, you know how it goes. We had some Bears fans in the comment section saying that we don't know football. and then Tomo said, make sure you come back on Monday. On Monday, Tuesday, win, lose, or draw. Make sure you come back. You know, if y'all lose, hey, you know what I mean? If y'all win, we'll give you props. And obviously they're not here. So
I ain't seen a Bear comment yet.
Yeah, not one time, right? So, and it's funny because one of the comments, somebody said something about based on the teams y'all root for, y'all know what y'all talking about. I'm like, when people say that,
I think I saw that.
I'm like, you really think my knowledge is based on how good my team is? Like, come on,
that don't even make sense, bro. Like, I didn't like if you know the reason why I'm a fan of this team, bro, that wouldn't even make sense.
Exactly. Like, come on. All right, but anyways, the Bears. I do want to talk about the Bears, and you can go after that. Now, I will give the Bears props, man. One thing the Bears have is fighting them. They fought that game. I gotta give them props. But they were down, they fought back. They were down, they fought back. It was a tough division game. You can tell it was a division game. You can tell it was bad blood between the coaches. Matt LaFleur ain't forget what happened. But my thing with the Bears is I said Caleb Williams will be their downfall. He will be their downfall. I don't think I feel like Ben Johnson's a good play caller and plays be there to make, but he just be off. Yeah. Like just going off the last play of the game. DJ Moore was wide open, right? And you know how DJ Moore got hit.
I got some rebuttal. Finish, but I got some rebuttal.
Okay. DJ Moore, he had, you know how he is, bro. Like last year, every time he got missed, he threw a hissy fit. He got mad. His body language was mad. It was bad. They didn't have Romaduzzi. Okay. They didn't have Romaduzzi. So that's like a security blanket, Romaduzzi. But I get it. The coverage kind of fled before he threw the ball, right? And that probably opened up DJ Moore. But I feel like before he threw it, DJ was open because DJ kind of faded out. But that was still a bad pass. You know what I mean? Like, even if he didn't throw it anymore, it was the same play they ran, I feel like, against Philly for that game-winning touchdown. And I feel like they should have just ran the ball, but I like the fact that they hand the ball off and put Caleb could use his legs and all that stuff. But you know what I don't like, Carl? And agree with me. Tell me if you agree. I hate on fourth down a bootleg play. I hate that.
Oh, I've been saying that. The Ravens are famous for it. I hate it. You give yourself one side of the field to work with. It's annoying.
I hate it. You just cover the whole half of the field.
Exactly. It's very rare you see on a boot a throwback, which sometimes throwbacks do work, but it's very rare you see it. I hate rollouts on fourth down.
I hate that. But go ahead.
All right, so my one pushback first. Well, my first agreement is I do think they should have ran it again with Cal Monungai. He is tough to stop. And honestly,
that was a big stop. So I get a package.
Yeah, third. I was just about to say 3rd and 2. They stopped him at 4th and 1, which it was close. Maybe you could have said he got it. I thought off initial he got it, and they said he was short. But the run game, the whole second half, is the reason why you were in this. Swift was making big runs. Monungai, he's a tank. 7th round pick out of Rutgers. You know, I told y'all this was a deep running back draft class. He was making tough runs. So I agree. I thought they should have ran it. Maybe dress it up a little bit. Don't come out in heavy packages where they know, all right, obviously this is a run. Dress it up a little bit. Come out with 2 receivers, a tight end, or 2 tight ends, and, you know, send some window dressing, send somebody in motion. Make them think that a pass might be coming too, so they're not just rushing up the field, making a play, blitzing everybody. But secondly, Caleb Williams is right-handed, right?
Yeah.
Which way did he roll?
He rolls to the left.
On 4th and gotta have it, you roll your right-handed quarterback to his left.
But he's pretty accurate going to the left, though. He's pretty accurate, but like
he's a right-handed quarterback. You want to put him in a situation to be the most successful. Roll him right if you're going to do it. Secondly,
down for the game too. Oof.
Secondly, I believe it was Cole Kmet that pass was intended for. He was open initially. Off the break, he's wide open.
But
he just missed. He didn't see it till it was too late. And Torian Nixon made a heck of a play because I watched him. Funny enough, I watched Emmanuel Ancho break this play down. Torian Nixon wasn't supposed to guard him.
You did? Okay.
He broke off. Saul was open, and that's how DJ Moore got open. He broke off and just made a play. Again, defensive players make plays. And my third rebuttal is DJ Moore was open, yes. But there were two guys, in my opinion, that were kind of in that throwing lane to where if they put a hand up, that ball might get batted, and it might not even reach DJ Moore.
I got you.
So it would have been a tough throw to make, and I get it. Caleb Williams is good at making all-platform throws, sidearms, and stuff like that. But you rolled him to his left, and now you asking him to make a cross-body all-platform throw to DJ Moore. It's kind of hard to do. So even if he does him and try to throw it, I think it's still a tough completion to complete. Even though he is quote-unquote open, you got to think of things like passing lanes and stuff like that as well. So might have been the same result. I agree with you. I thought they should have just ran it, but just dress it up and don't make it look like an obvious run. Unlike a team on 3rd and 2 that we'll talk about Friday. Yeah, so that's my thought on that play. But overall, the game was good. I think that, no, I'll take that back. The second half was good. The first half, the Packers just straight up dominated. Even though the Bears got a pick in the first half, the Packers straight up dominated the first half. And I do have to do one more thing, and it's probably going to surprise you.
Okay.
I have to salute Jordan Love, man. He's been playing great these last couple of weeks. I have to do it, man. I'm an unbiased guy. So if I clown you or get on you when you do bad, or I gotta do the same when you do good. And these past 2 weeks, besides that one interception in the first half, he's been playing great. He has. Mm-hmm. He made the big play to Dontavian Wicks on 4th down to seal the game against the Lions. 3 touchdowns in this game against the Bears to ultimately put it out of reach with the Josh Jacobs 3rd and 1 run, which I don't know how they didn't tackle him. They had so many guys around him. He just broke free, but he is a tough guy to bring down. So I do got to shout out Jordan Love for the way he's been playing these last couple of weeks.
Man, Christian Watson is his guy. When Christian Watson's in the lineup, man, he's a different quarterback. And they kind of had a whole game back today. I mean, that's today, Sunday. So shout out to them.
Got my boy back.
Yeah, he back from an injury since what? Since
y'all. Y'all heard my dog in that corner of the end zone.
We had to leave with something. I'm sorry. God, that game was, man. I went live for that game too. Oh my goodness. But anyways, but yeah, man. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's see what Jay want to talk about. That's what happens when the media hypes you up. When you finally playing great, it's very little credit. But shout out to J Love and Watson. It's tough. Yeah, bro. Chris Brown. I call him Chris Brown. But like I'm telling you, like when Watson's in lineup, he's just like that's his number one. That dude is always hurt, bro.
He is, and I do think I don't think this guy gets. I don't think Dontavian Wicks get enough credit either. I think when plays need to be made, Wicks do make plays.
He'd be clutch. It'd be 3rd down. They it's Wicks, and it'd be contested catches.
Yeah. Wicks does make plays.
But no, Jalen Reed, like he's tough too. You know what I mean? They got a nice receiving core, and this is all that they tight end too. You know what I mean?
Without Tucker Kraft, which I mean, to be honest, Luke Musgrove, I think at one point was supposed to be looked at like their Tucker Kraft until they got Tucker Kraft. So.
But Tucker Kraft, man, he was cooking though, bro. He was literally, I think he was the number 1 tight end, even him or Ferguson. It was back and forth, number 1 tight end before he got hurt.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of disappointed at Matthew, not of him, but I feel like he would have contributed a little bit more this season. Matthew Golden.
Golden.
Yeah, I know Jordan Love early in the season missed him a couple of times when he was open on the deep ball. He missed him a couple, like overthrew him or something like that a couple of times. But
I'm still kind of confused on that pick, to be honest with you. I think I was confused on draft night too.
Yeah, I feel like
you got a group of guys.
Yeah, but people made it seem like he was like the number 1. Like they got a number 1 receiver. It's like
no, I even said in my draft, you just drafted a whole bunch of guys you got when you drafted Matthew Golden.
Yeah, Matthew Golden. They got a bunch of like good guys. You know what I mean? But remember they had, I think was it Romeo Dobbs?
Romeo Dobbs did have a couple issues allegedly, because I don't even know if that was really real or not earlier in last season, midway through the season.
Oh, and lastly, what's your reaction on the whole LaFleur and Ben Johnson thing?
It's a division rivalry. I don't care. Y'all can hate each other. That's the purpose.
You saw the handshake?
Yeah, it was real quick and on. It's a division rivalry. Like, am I supposed to? I'm supposed to give him a hug and it's a rivalry, bro.
I think Ben Johnson tried to like, you said a few words and Malafo was like, and Kevin moved. It was Malafo.
It's the Bears and Packers. I'm with it,
bro. I'm not, bro. You know what Ben Johnson said about me though? Like, I'm not that.
Yeah,
man.
that
like,
too. It's the Bears Packers, bro. It's a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
I went to a Bears game in 2014. Shout out my boy Luke, big Bears fan. He took me for my birthday. Again, I still apologize for the way I acted after the Ravens lost. But no matter who they play, they hit a tunnel and it's F the Packers. F the Packers. So
dang. So it was y'all and the Bears?
Mm-hmm.
And how you got it was crazy?
I was mad as a mud, man.
Y'all lost?
Yes. It was a crazy game. The game got delayed. It was like weather and all this other stuff. Tucker missed a field goal. It was bad.
I'm not trying to bring it up.
But shout out to Luke and them for taking me.
Lamar was there?
Nah, this was 2014.
Oh, I'm like, okay. Has Lamar ever played the Bears in Chicago?
No, because when we played them in Chicago, Lamar was hurt.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. All right, shout out to Luke, MSU fan. Shout out to Luke. All right, so let's wrap this up. Carl, it was a good show. It was a good show. They called it Audible, and then maybe we can have you and Vaughn do like a Friday. The new week already started, so maybe we can get y'all to do your own little episode.
I was thinking about that, but here's my thing: I don't want it to be a members only because that's basically like doing it for the chat.
Nah, do it like period. Like make a regular episode, and y'all should do one for the second game too.
That's fine with me.
So I'm gonna hit Vaughn about that. Y'all can work that out, but my last words would be shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to the whole R2L family, man. The chats are booming. Last night, I'm telling you, when we got teams in the chat and something bad happens to that team, and it's a primetime game, chats go crazy. Last night it was crazy. We got a fantasy league call. So Carl, I know you're not part of this one, but what happened was, so AJ #1 seed, Tomo, Teddy, and Kev were tied for 6th place.
Wait, Tomo, Teddy, Kev. You said Tomo, Teddy, and Kev?
Tied for the last playoff spot.
Okay.
All right. Kev went to tiebreaker if he wins. If Kev wins, he's in.
Who was he playing?
He was playing against Devin. He was playing against Devin.
Okay.
All right. So he was playing against Devin. And so if Kev got a tiebreaker by like a mile, if he wins, he in.
Gotcha.
Tomo needs Kevin to lose, and he wins, he's in.
Okay.
Teddy won already. So Teddy needs Tomo and Kev to lose. He's chilling. He's waiting for him to lose. So Kev, focus on Kev. Kev played Devin. Let me tell you what Devin was. Devin, go to standards. Devin is not in the playoffs. All right. Yeah. So he's not even Devin is the 11th seed. 11th seed as of today. And this with the win against Kev. All right.
Oh, he beat Kev. Ooh.
He beating Kev. I just spoiled it. So he beat Kev. Kev, he had his team. So it came down to he was down by like 15 going into the game, or 20. I said 20 going into the game. But where he at? Oh, he's the last team right here. But he had Jalen Hurts and the Eagles defense. And then Devin had Devontae Smith.
Who didn't really do
defense
much.
Showed up.
Yeah.
Smitty ain't do much. Smitty had like that one catch for real.
Yeah, that 3rd and 16 conversion.
But Jalen Hurts only had 2 points.
Wow.
Wow.
Because all them turnovers. Wow.
Bro, he had 2.40 points. And he was projected to have 23. If he would have got his 23, he would have won. Because he lost by 15. So
he's out.
He's out. And then Tomo went against AJ, who's the #1 seed.
Yeah, I know Tomo's in because I asked him representing FJA. You feel me? I already know Tomo.
Bro, that game was lit because AJ got AJ Brown.
Oh,
and Tomo had Goddard and Jake Elliott.
Yep.
It was crazy. Like Tomo would get the lead, then AJ Brown would get a catch, and he would take the lead. And then Dollar got that last catch at the end. That would help them out, and he got the lead, and he ended up winning by 5. They were literally like by 1 point the whole game. It was crazy.
So what happened to AJ? AJ, I'm assuming AJ still's in. He's still in.
He was the #1 seed, and me, AJ, and Javon, and Trent, we all finished 10-4. But
Dang.
AJ got a tiebreaker.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to say I know Vaughn's in because Tomo plays Vaughn.
Yep. So it's only 6 people in. So me, Javon, AJ, and Big O. All of us got 10-4.
Ooh.
We are all 10-4. So AJ's first, I'm second, Javon third, O is fourth, and Trent is fifth, and then Tomo 8-6. So only 16 go to the playoffs.
Yeah. So the first 2 get a bye week.
Yeah, first 2 get a bye week. Next year we're gonna make the playoffs thicker because that's crazy. There's more people out the playoffs than in the playoffs.
I mean, that's the NFL.
That is NFL, yeah. And yeah, you should do it with us next year, Carl.
I don't know, bro. I don't know if I'm ready to come out of retirement, bro.
Oh man, yeah, it was fun when you were doing it. You know what I mean? It was fun. It was fun. You know, just do
I might.
Do it for R2L. Do it for R2L. You know what I mean? So
that's why I did my first season. I was like, man, R2L, I'm gonna come out of retirement, but I'm gonna do this one season. Well, I might.
Yeah, man. It's like next year's gonna make it more interesting. It's gonna be fun. And then the winner of this one gets a legit. We're gonna do a championship belt.
All right. Well, if I do it, y'all can't come over and ask me suggestions like I did this past season.
Oh no. We got it. We got it. Yeah. Oh yeah. You trying to drive? Now this time we're gonna do an online one. We're gonna make it easier, simple.
All right. Cool. Cool.
But yeah. But yeah, those are my last words. Commanders, man. Hey, man, just finish strong. Kings, shout out to Westbrook. He balling, but the team sucks, man. You know, and I don't know if I ever talked about this, but shout out to that fan a few weeks ago that went on Zach LaVine.
Nah, I don't think I did. I'm with him.
Shout out to him, man. It's not just Zach LaVine though. He's not just talking about LaVine. He's talking about the whole squad, bro. Rosen's trash on defense, bro. And this team is on match. I've been saying this from the jump. Shout out to my boy Trent, Kings fan. He had hope. He was hitting me up. I'm like, Trent, bro. I don't know, man. This year ain't it. This ain't the year. I think our GM just sitting back, relaxing, and then he gonna make moves this offseason. He gonna try to trade DeRozan. He gonna try to trade these guys, and if he can't, cool. And then next year we're gonna get rid of these guys. So Sabonis gonna get traded. We need to just start over and get rid of Doug Christie. I was vouching for Doug Christie when I first did R2L. But I don't really mess with his schemes. Like, he a defensive guy. He barely plays Keon Ellis. I hate that.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
He be giving DeRozan 40 minutes a game. He's playing these guys. It's either they're telling him you gotta play these guys, or he's just like, I don't know what it is, bro.
That money, you paid that money. He gotta touch the floor.
Like, come on, man. Like, yeah. So those are my last words.
All right, man. So my last words, man. Appreciate you calling me to fill in. You know what I'm saying? It's always an honor to be on the R2L show. I'm watching again. If you see me looking to my left, I'm watching the game. BYU was outscoring Clemson in the second half, 22-7. Clemson was up 43-22 at halftime. It is now 50-44. Clemson's only up 6 with 7 and some change left to go.
Ooh.
So it's coming down to the wire now, which it shouldn't have been that way. But shout out to BYU for coming back. Never would I have thought I would have more faith in the Pistons than the Ravens. And winning something. And it's just funny how life hits you. I'm still rocking with my Ravens. We still got a chance to make the playoffs. We got to win 4 straight. It's going to be tough. We played the Bengals this Sunday. We played a Patriots Sunday night after that. We played a Packers Saturday or Sunday. It's one of those games where they could flex it. The week after that, and then we finish with the Steelers. Hopefully that Steelers game. Yeah, hopefully that Steelers game is for the division at the end of the year.
We out for next week. My bad.
We play the Bengals.
Bro, that's a tough schedule.
That's a big game, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for sure it is. But the Ravens playoff environment, we have to be able to do it. Pistons, man, keep doing what y'all do. I haven't been watching. You know how it is. When college basketball starts, I don't watch the NBA for real. I just get notifications whether we win or lose, and I make my little message based on whether we won or lost. But we still winning a couple games. We don't play again until Friday. We play the Hawks. Michigan State, we took a tough loss to Duke, but it's Duke, man. It was a great game. I actually have nothing to hang my hat on that game, man. It's just down the stretch, they went to a zone. It kind of shocked us. It was tough for scoring the ball. And then a couple bad fouls late in the game. Not bad as in bad calls. There was one bad call, but that's not why we lost. But bad fouls and fouls that just can't happen, giving up boards and stuff like that, little lapses on defense, cost us to lose the game by 6. So we'll be back. We'll bounce back from this. I mean, we only have one loss on the year, and we play like 4 ranked opponents within that stretch, going 8-1. won a Big Ten game against Iowa, who stomped Maryland badly. So I'll take that. We don't play again until Saturday, but I forget who we play Saturday. I want to say it's a Big Ten opponent. But shout out to Michigan State. And Michigan State football, we bite. We bite. Pat Fitzgerald, I'm riding with you. He got wrongfully fired from Northwestern. The allegations were false of the hazing accusations that was bestowed upon him. He's a great coach at Northwestern. I think he's going to turn around our culture. He's the type of coach that Mark D'Antonio vouches for. I think it's D'Antoni. I always get him and the Sunsets coach confused, which throws me off because their names are like eerily similar. Mike D'Antoni. It's Mike D'Antoni, right? And then that's the Suns coach that was with Steve Nash and James Harden. It was Mike D'Antoni, right? Yeah, so it's Mark D'Antoni. Mark D'Antoni, he vouches for him. Mike. Yeah. And so Pat Fitzgerald, I believe in the guy. I think he'll turn us around. He'll make us competitive at the very least. I'm tired of watching MSU going 4-8, 5-7, getting smacked by Rutgers, getting smacked by Michigan. Well, we didn't get smacked by Michigan with Jonathan Smith, but still losing the games. Like, I'm tired of it. I don't want Maryland to be my only saving grace in the Big Ten. Like, I don't. Like, this is terrible. This is not what I'm used to. It's not the Michigan State I know. So, and we got a $400 million donation towards our athletics from the Acrisure CEO, which I think Acrisure is the name of the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium. But I'm willing to put that to the side for Michigan State football. So, love that. I think that's all I really no, I got one thing for you, Joe.
Y'all played Penn State, by the way.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that. I got one thing for you. When the Lions and the Commanders played, and y'all had that segment, whether y'all were eliminated or, you know what I'm saying, y'all still have a chance. And I put in the comments that y'all are cooked. And you was like, well, you're the same person that said this, and this, and tried to fry me. And I didn't even, to be honest, I was talking about the game, not even the rest of the year. I was talking about the game. But since you fried me for my comment, now it means for the rest of the year. That get back a mug, Joe. That get back a mug. Yeah. Nah, but all seriousness, this definitely was a fun episode.
Yeah, I got a prop for that too. I probably had it ready today, but I'm gonna do it for the Friday show. I got something new I'm bringing to the community.
Cool.
And we're gonna start off with the Commanders.
Can't wait to see.
All I gotta do is say shout out to my wife. It was her idea. But
hey, man.
You guys will see soon. But that's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all in the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.